At 10 o'clock here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus, water shapes every corner of our lives. And as we get ready to mark World Water Day, our special guest today is Dr. Emily Fairfax. She is a beaver and environmental expert at the University of Minnesota who is on a mission. Hi, Dr. Fairfax. Thanks for joining us here.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
I should add, you also helped Pixar get the science right on their new animated film coming up, Hoppers. That's cool. How'd you get involved with that?
It was actually, they cold emailed me about 5 years ago and asked if I could give a talk about beavers to Pixar employees, and then another talk, and then another talk, and then another talk. And then I was taking them out into the field and reviewing the movie and providing critique on if it was scientifically accurate. It was a whole long process, and it's quite surreal still.
Oh my gosh, that is so fun. Carlene, my producer, is very excited about that.
That's
very
so cool.
impressed. I know.
I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm going to go
I know. Now
see
we're going
it.
to watch Hoppers and make sure that we know where your work, had your imprint. World Water Day is coming up. Why is this day significant?
We depend on water so much. We drink water, we recreate in water, we use it for food and agriculture, we use it for development. Every part of our lives surrounds water. But we're also dealing with water challenges. We have floods, we have droughts, we have wildfires, and it can feel like a lot to deal with all these challenges on our own. So with World Water Day, what we're really hoping is that we can think a little bit more about nature-based solutions for protecting water and not being on our own, but instead partnering with the world around us.
All right. And are we looking at water insecurity in all areas of the world?
Pretty much. Even places that have a lot of water, like up here in Minnesota where I am, we might be getting more in the winter, but our summers are still hotter and drier. We have issues with water quantity in a lot of places. And even where water quantity might not be your number one concern, you probably have issues with water quality. And that's like pollution, agricultural runoff, metals, E. coli, all sorts of gross stuff in the water that we really don't want to be drinking. Everybody has water challenges to address.
Oh, yeah. You say E. coli, it's like, ugh. You are a nature-based solution seeker. What are we talking about here?
So you probably could guess this, at least coming from me, it's beavers. Beavers are a great nature-based solution. They are the only species other than humans that can go out and build wetlands. And most of the United States has lost somewhere between 50 and 90% of our historic wetlands. So when beavers go out and rebuild that, they're building a key part of rivers that keeps them healthy, that cleans the water, that slows the water down, and that makes sure it's available for us in a state that we like it all year round. Now there's other nature-based solutions too, but beavers are definitely my favorite.
Oh, they've got to be. And they're so adorable. And then how does that compare to the traditional engineering approaches?
There's a time and place for both. Sometimes if the challenge is so big that we can't address it just with nature, we need to come in with our human power tools and our big human gray engineering and do some work too. But with nature-based solutions, one of the things that's really important about them is they're incredibly low cost and they're incredibly sustainable. Once you kick off a nature-based solution, once you bring back beavers, once you plant native plants, or once you push your levees back, the river just keeps getting healthier on its own. So it's a one-time investment in a solution that can last for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Is there any pushback then from policy makers or other politicians or leaders when it comes to using nature-based or beaver solution?
There can be some pushback. Usually when we see pushback, it's coming from a place of just nervousness. It's asking a lot to have people trust a 80-pound semi-aquatic rodent. It's asking a lot to have people give up a little bit of control and believe that nature can and will do what we need it to do. So there can be pushback, but I also think that with education and outreach and showing people just how effective these are firsthand, it's nothing we can't overcome.
And then where are the areas in the U.S. that this is taking place, and how successful are they?
This is taking place across the U.S. It's abundant here in the Mississippi River Basin. It's on the East Coast, the West Coast, the mountains, prairies, deserts, forests, everything in between. I mean, anywhere there's nature, you can partner with nature. Anywhere there's beavers, you can partner with them, and they live in every single U.S. state except Hawaii. So we're not really limited in where we can do this, and we are taking advantage of that. We are engaging with nature across this country.
Anything else our viewers should know today?
If you want to know more about any of this kind of work, beavers specifically, you can visit my website, emilyfairfaxscience.com. Or if you want to know more about beavers as a nature-based solution or other nature-based solutions, you can go to the Walton Family Foundation's website at waltonfamilyfoundation.org/nature.
Dr. Emily Fairfax, we thank you this morning for joining us on a nature-based solution to some of our water issues out there, and we'll be watching for hoppers. Congratulations on the work there.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for having me.